Hi everyone, this is C from TradeFish Designs, and today I wanted to show you the project I made for the Kraft Outlet or Kraft Journal Challenge this week. I decided to make a fun album from our family's beach trip, and I made it out of envelopes that I got from the Kraft Outlet, 6.5-inch squared envelopes. You can see the photos I've added. I've paper pieced using the stamps from the Pass the Sunblock set. Anyway, let me give you a quick idea of how you can kind of put this together and make one for yourself. First, started with 6.5-inch square, well, let me move that so it's a little more visible, 6.5-inch square envelopes. I believe I used about 5 of them. Started off, I took the flap on one and glued it right down here. Okay, so you have this, you have a pocket that opens up, you have this, and then you can just keep adding and keep adding like this. Yep. Glue that down, you still have a pocket on this side, and then you have this. So basically you kind of get that accordion feel. Okay. Now, once I had the envelopes all stacked together, what I did was I had to figure out kind of the dimensions and how I was going to handle it. This is one section. What I did was I cut off this little tabby here. I cut it off here so you can show you. Makes it a little easier when you're putting your paper on. I took paper, fitted to this side, then took coordinating strip that was about 2 inches long, or 2 inches wide, excuse me, and kind of slid that in. So when this is gone, you'll see a nice open pocket. And then in this case, I used another coordinating strip of paper and had the envelope. So here you can put the pictures, journaling, whatever, and then if you have any special items, you can put them in here. I can give you a little more detail in my album and show you how I did it. So here's the front cover. Again, if you look, here is an example of what I did. Here is that that one sheet to cover, this one. Cut off the 2 little tabbies, put a strip of paper there, and then put another strip of paper here. And what I did was I put a picture of my stepson, used a summer vacation stamp from the TradeFish Designs Pass the Sunblock set. And then I had a bunch of extra photos, so what I did was I used them, I tucked them in, I used my tab making punch, I believe this was Stampin' Up, and created little tabs to put on the photos and just glued them on the back. And then to keep them from going all the way in, I went ahead, and in this case they wouldn't because it's a longer picture, but I put a little button on the tab, just like I did on this side. Did a button so it wouldn't go all the way in. And then there's another photo of the walkway at the beach. Here's a picture using the Fun in the Sun stamp as well as the Sandcastle stamp from the Pass the Sunblock set. My husband and my niece, I don't know what they were digging for, but they were having a good time. The next page, again, using the Beach Bum stamp, and then this is actually the palm tree stamp. I stamped it and paper pieced it using some corrugated paper and some of that green coordinating paper for this particular paper pack. And there's my handsome stepson Will. The next page is the surfboard from the stamp set from Pass the Sunblock. Again, here's a photo. This happens to be a photo of the rods that my husband and stepson were using. And there's another photo of my husband using a casting net. The last page was of kayaks. The boys kayaked on this particular trip. And again, I have photos of the surf shop where they rented the kayaks. Not photos, but a brochure. And a photo, if I can get it to come out, of where they went kayaking at Emerald Isle, recreation Cedar State Park, or Cedar Street Park. Then that's kind of how I put it all together. And then, whoops, I'm going to pull those out. Because what I did was I continued it on the other side. This side it was less of a beach theme because one of the things we do on our trip is we go to putt-putt and do go-karting. And this, just a continuation again of that album. Again, we went putt-putt golf. I kept the scorecards. And then, there we go. And then it takes you back. So you can see this great album. Very simple to make. And really the foundation was these awesome 6.5-inch square envelopes. The other component I wanted to show off was the paper I used. It's absolutely gorgeous paper. It is paper from, let's see, who did this? K & Company. Whoops. Don't have the space underneath here with my camera. But just absolutely beautiful, beautiful paper. I plan to use the remaining envelopes and do another coordinating album to go along with this one. And then the key thing that I wanted to show off, besides the Kraft envelopes, is the Pass the Sunblock stamp set that I used. This is part of the latest release. The stamp set has a crab, a palm tree, a surfboard, a little bottle of sunblock, and a sandcastle, and then a bunch of sentiments. This is probably a little bit better, a printout. Some of the phrases: summer vacation, building a sandcastle, enjoy your trip, surf's up, of course, pass the sunblock, feeling crabby, beach bum, and fun in the sun. So there you have it. A combination of cool Kraft envelopes, a great stamp set, and some fun and wonderful photos and memories to create this great album. Thanks for visiting, and hope you come back soon and check out our next video from TradeFish Designs. Thanks!